This is your countdown for the Preston Indians pregame show. Pregame in 30 seconds from Mark. As we'll have a good game today, hopefully. And pregame show will start in 15 seconds from Mark. Pregame in 10 seconds from Mark. Have a good game. Pre-game show in 5 seconds from Mark. This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. And a happy Saturday, everybody, as we welcome you here to Bear Lake High School. As tonight, the Preston Indians will roll into the district tournament, or should I say this afternoon, as they'll take on the Snake River Panthers. They've already met twice this year. Been very difficult losses for the Lady Indians, losing both matches in 5 sets, but they'll try to get after it again here today in the opening round of the district tournaments. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll talk a little bit more about tonight's match. We'll do that as we continue right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
When you think of outdoor adventure, you might think of snow machines, four-wheelers, side-by-sides, motorcycles, or even cutting wood or taking care of the lawn. No matter what your definition of outdoor adventure is, always remember Ultimate Power Sports. We carry brand names like Polaris, Can-Am, Yamaha, Skidoo, Stihl, and Toro. Offering sales and service, your fun really does begin at Ultimate Power Sports. With multiple in-store financing options, we can help you have outdoor adventures right now. Stop in today, Ultimate Power Sports in Logan and Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need. Quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
They say the 3 most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
When you're hungry for a delicious burger, roast beef sandwich, and an ice-cold soda, stop at Papa J's Deli in Clifton, Idaho. You'll get an amazing meal at an affordable price, and you'll enjoy great conversation. Papa J's is famous for the best beef jerky, but you'll also find a delicious menu, a friendly staff, great snacks, and good friends at Papa J's Deli. Stop in today to satisfy your hunger. Papa J's, 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in the industrial construction and support services since 1982. We have the crews and equipment for hydro excavation, dirt and equipment hauling, as well as produced and potable water hauling. We also offer septic tank cleaning services, portable toilets, and roll-off dumpster rentals for facility shutdowns, on location or for your next outdoor event. Call us today to discuss how we can help with your next project. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are...
All right, welcome back here to Bear Lake as we today's game is brought to you by our friends at Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. Good deeds done daily is their motto. Call to find out how they can help you at 208-852-5700. Time to dive into the scene set for today's game. That's brought to you by Ultimate Outdoors. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure at Ultimate Outdoors on State Street at the north end of the city of Preston. So the Indians will get ready to take on Snake River. As we mentioned in the open, they've played twice. They've gone 5 sets twice, and Preston gone right down to the very end but end up losing both matches. So the difference in the match today for the Indians has to be to consistent play in the 4th and 5th sets to be able to really carry out what they had done. Why do you say that? Well, because the format of the 2 sets previously have been exactly the same. Snake River wins the first set, Preston comes back, wins the 2nd and 3rd, and then Snake River goes on to win the 4th and then win the 5th, right down to the very final points available for either side before the match was decided. So Preston needs to have better play late in the match to see if they can make a difference here today. Should they win this match, Preston would go home, only playing the 1 match, and they would come back and play again here on Tuesday. If they lose, they'll play again at 4:30 this afternoon against the loser of the American Falls March Valley match, which will go on coming up after we're done here in this match here today. So we're still about 14 minutes away from the beginning of the match. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll catch up with Bridget Knapp, see what her feelings are on this Saturday morning. We'll do that as we continue right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
One of the things that makes Northern Title unique is the fact that we serve clients in 3 states, Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. Each state has different rules and regulations, and our experienced staff understands each unique rule, so we can facilitate closings in all 3 states. If you're buying a home in Star Valley and you want to close in Preston, it's no problem. The company logo is Good Deeds Done Daily. We are preparing Good Deeds Daily, but it's more than that. We really are trying to serve the community in a good way. Northern Title, Good Deeds Done Daily. Visit us today.
Go Preston!
In a world that's full of unknowns, you don't have to worry about whether or not your insurance has got you covered when life throws you a curveball if your coverage is with Farm Bureau, the Smith Insurance Agency in Preston, offering policies from auto to home, farm and ranch to crop insurance, and business to life insurance. The Smith Insurance Agency does it all. No matter what challenges life brings, you're not alone. Make sure you've got the right coverage in the right areas of your life. Schedule a free insurance review today with Farm Bureau, the Smith Insurance Agency in Preston.
The Pregame Coaches Show is brought to you by Elisa Benson, North Realty Idaho, and North Realty Utah. And welcome back to the pregame show as we come to you again from here at Bear Lake High School as the Preston Lady Indians get ready to take the floor in their first game of the district tournament as they'll take on Snake River here again today. It's first of all, it's an early wake-up call for everybody. How was the bus ride up?
You know what? Actually, our bus driver did a really good job. It was nice and smooth. It was relaxing for us. The girls listened to music in the back, and because it's only one team, we got a nice cushion. This didn't have the screaming and the laughing and giggling, so it was pleasant for us.
Well, that's good. You left everybody else at home. I forgot about that. Okay, so you get Snake River again here today, and of course we've already talked about what's happened the two matches against Snake River, as you end up losing in 5 sets in both of those. As you look back, those are both very winnable matches.
Oh, every one of them. Both of them, we played super strong too, and the others we just relaxed or made errors that we shouldn't. And you know, Snake River's a really good team by way of they play great defense and put a lot of balls back at us, and we just have to make sure we're cutting down our errors and take care of the ball better.
Did you obviously get a chance to address that yesterday at practice? So you really had one day to prepare for this.
Yeah, it's been a really quick turnaround. So, no, we definitely talked about just playing out and playing hard and giving everything. I mean, we've done everything that we need up until this point in practice to prepare. Now it's just mentally, hopefully they come out ready.
Yeah, I mean, there's learning time has passed. If you don't know it now, it's not going to happen.
Yep, that's exactly. Yesterday was just refreshing, working on a few things, transition steps. We made sure, working on a few key things that I think hurt us on Thursday, and really it just gets down to let's do it. Now's the time. Let's get out and fight.
You played here on Thursday, of course, against Bear Lake, and you got a pretty good idea of why they are so tough at home.
Yeah, no, they're strong. Their crowd is amazing. I mean, you've just got to give it to them to have that many fans and out there cheering. I mean, they were awesome, but we've got to be able to just do a better job when we play tougher teams to be able to still play our level of play and not let it drop because of confidence or different things.
You start talking about playing better against better teams. You had a really good example of that last night with the football team.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, it was just and that was a great game. So exciting. I mean, to be able to see the teams come out and they struggled at first, but they've come on strong right when they need it. So I'm hoping that's what we're able to do.
Very good. It sounds like a great plan, and hopefully it works out for us so we can all have a nice drive home.
Exactly.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.
That's Bridget Knapp with us here on the pregame show. We'll take a time out. We'll have more right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH.
Make the best deal you can. When it's time to buy or sell commercial or residential real estate, it's important to have Elisa Benson on your team. She is helpful, knowledgeable, honest, friendly, hardworking, and results-oriented. As a graduate of Preston High School, Elisa understands the real estate markets in Idaho and Utah. Call Elisa Benson today, North Realty Idaho and North Realty Utah. Elisa Benson, your proactive, trusted advisor.
100% guarantee is a good thing, and that's what you get when you hire the professionals at Yardmaster Services. We help you get the yard of your dream with custom fertilization for grass, trees, and shrubs, spraying for weeds, and lawn aeration. We also help keep your sprinkler system in top shape with turn-on and turn-off services, including winterization and small repairs. We even eliminate the bugs in the lawn and around the house. Yardmaster, serving commercial and residential customers. Call Yardmaster Services today for a free quote.
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
For 78 years, West Motor Company has stood by your family. While the generations have come and gone, our commitment to quality and service has never wavered. Our team is here to ensure you find the vehicle that keeps your loved ones safe on every journey. When trust matters most, choose West Motor Company, now proud to be part of the Mountain West Auto Group.
The standout students at Preston High School are brought to you by Canyon Creek Dental. And welcome back to another edition of Preston's Outstanding Students, brought to you by Canyon Creek Dental. As this week we get a chance to sit down with a senior, which seems so odd that we very rarely get a chance to talk to seniors so far in this series. But we sit down and talk with Ashley Scott, who is a senior at Preston High School here. Preston, first of all, Ashley, thank you for taking a few minutes to come down and speak with us. You're a senior here this year, Tell us about how things have gone so far during your career here at Preston.
It's gone pretty well. I've enjoyed being able to talk with all the teachers. They're usually very helpful.
What kind of things have you concentrated on here so far during your 3 years here at Preston?
When I'm choosing classes, I'm thinking of ones like, for example, electives I might be interested in the future for jobs.
And on the topic of jobs, have you thought about something down the road that you might want to choose as a potential career once your days here at Preston are done?
I don't know my for sure job or career, but right now I'm thinking of elementary school teaching and going to college.
There's been a number of girls who have come in and talked about wanting to get into education. So trust me, you're not alone in doing that. Well, what kind of things are you taking here at Preston to help you move toward a career in education, or are you still just working on your own stuff?
I'm not really taking any classes right now to help me with that, but for my senior project, I'm hoping to job shadow teaching a little bit in elementary.
Well, that'd be good. You could walk around and follow the teachers around and see what goes into teaching a little bit.
Yeah, should be fun.
Good. Have you thought about what's going to happen after graduation? What's on your plate? Colleges potentially? Anything else you have in mind?
Colleges, and then I don't know what college yet, but I'm probably going to go for a year and then maybe a mission.
That's very good as well. So serving a mission is always a good thing. Are you looking at, you want to stay fairly close to home, Utah State or Idaho State, or you kind of looking at going a little bit farther away?
I probably won't go incredibly far away, but I've thought of like SUU or BYUI.
Also very good schools. So you're looking at getting into education. You want to have an interest in serving a mission, and you want to be able to go and go to college, and be able to work toward getting that degree and your ultimate goal of being a teacher. Those are awesome things to have on your plate to get you ready for the rest of your life. You look back at the 3 years plus now a few weeks of you've been in session here at Preston this year. Has it gone by quickly?
Yeah, it's definitely gone by quickly. It doesn't seem that long ago that I was a freshman. That's crazy.
It does go by fast, doesn't it? If I could go back and talk to people who are starting high school, I would say make sure you enjoy your 4 years because it goes by way too quickly.
For sure, I agree.
Very good. Well, we thank you for coming down and spending a few minutes with us here, and best of luck in your future goals and career choices, and continue on here at Preston. You're doing a heck of a job.
Thank you.
That is Ashley Scott, a senior here at Preston, one of Preston's standout students, this week's guest here on the pregame show. We'll take a time out. We'll come back. We'll have more right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
Everyone wants a smile they can be proud of. A healthy smile can make your day brighter. At Canyon Creek Dental, Doctors Justin Carter, Thomas Hull, Heath Bateman, and Corby Dixon see patients of all ages and provide a full line of dental services, including fillings, wellness checks, braces, wisdom teeth, oral surgery, and cosmetic dentistry. Call us today to schedule an appointment in our Preston or Grace office. Canyon Creek Dental. We're here to give you a smile you can be proud of.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
105 KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. Rocky Mountain Power, WattSmartHomes.com, offering rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. Ready Support Services, we are ready. West Motor Company, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Franklin County Medical Center for the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Stokes Market True Value with the finest meat and produce in Preston. S&T Electric, it's what we do. Flying S Escrow and Title, land title protectors since 1905. Ultimate Power Sports, get ready for your next outdoor adventure at Ultimate Power Sports in Preston. Elisa Benson of North Realty, Idaho and North Realty, Utah. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. Cache Valley Bank, serving Utah and southern Idaho with 21 locations. Yardmaster, keeping lawns healthy throughout the Cache Valley. Puppy Steps Training, northern Utah and southern Idaho's premier board and training facility since 2011. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, your local agents right here in Preston. Canyon Creek Dental, with 2 area locations to serve you. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, stop in downtown Preston where you will be treated like a friend. Papa J's, making world-class jerky locally right here in Clifton. Ralph's Construction, building custom homes throughout the region. This broadcast is made possible through an agreement between Preston Broadcasting, LLC and Preston High School, and is production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC. This game is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or reproduction of this broadcast without express written permission of Old West Media is strictly prohibited. And hi again, everybody. Happy Saturday to you as we come to you from Bear Lake High School as Game 1 of the district tournament. Just about getting ready to tip off here as the Indians will take on Snake River here this morning as they get ready to do battle. And battle, in parentheses, is what these two teams have done with each other during the regular season, as both matches went to 5 sets. And right down to the very end of the 5th set, with Snake River winning both of those, 15-13 and 15-12 in those sets, in those matches. In fact, they met, what was it, last Saturday, I guess it was, back at Preston for Senior Day, as it was a very, very interesting, tough, and competitive match. The Indians need to get a big day today out of Taylor Wakely. She needs to be able to hit the ball well, at least better than she had the last couple of matches. She had more kills, or I should say more hitting errors than kills here the other night against Bear Lake in the season finale, and that really played a big difference for the Indians, having her numbers slip down a little bit, so they need to improve coming up here today should they be able to pick up a victory in the match here this afternoon. If they win, they go home and come back and play on Tuesday. If they lose, they'll play again at 4:30 in the match between the loser of the match between American Falls and Marsh Valley, teams that they've played very well against during the season this year, that they were able to knock off. So they need to get through this match. Don't rely on coming up through the losers bracket. You need to go out, take care of your own business, and hopefully pick up a win here this afternoon before we can do anything else. I can see the athletic director running around trying to get the crowd mic to work so he can do the introductions here this afternoon before we get started in play, as he'll introduce the starting lineups, and as he's trying to get that done and put together, we can remind you that tonight's game is brought to you by Elisa Benson, your trusted real estate advisor. When it's time to buy or sell commercial or real estate, or residential real estate, I should say, call Elisa Benson of North Realty, Idaho, and North Realty, Utah. As still struggling to get the microphone to work over there, as he continues to go along. And of course, the number one seed coming into the tournament here was Bear Lake, as they were a perfect 8-0 during the season, during the conference season. I think he's got it ready to go. As Snake River seeded number 2, Preston's number 3. That's why they match up together here in this match today. Marsh Valley was 4th in the regular season, and then American Falls was 5th. So he's got the microphone going. Let's go down to our PA announcer and get our starting lineup for the games here today.
The starting lineups for tonight, starting with the 3 seed Preston Indians. Number 4, Sophie Hess. Number 1, Ellie Nelson. Number 2, Carly Dunn. Number 10, Taylor Wakely. Number 3, Avery Matson. Number 9, Matthew White. And the libero for Preston, number 11, Morgan Donaldson. The head coach of Preston, Bridget Knapp. And now for the 2 seed Snake River Panthers. Number 8, Libby Gilbert. Number 10, Avery Matthews. Number 15, Faye Driscoll. Number 18, Ava Morrell. Number 44, Aiden Anderson. Number 55, Grace Gilbert. The libero for Snake River, number 99, Taylor Carter. Snake River is coached by Sydney Anderson.
And there you have our starting lineups tonight. And our starting lineups, as always, brought to you by Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. So we are ready to go here. Here to get the first set started, and hopefully what will be a competitive match and a better match played by the Indians, where they can come out with a victory. The first set of tonight's match brought to you by Cache Valley Bank. When your life, your needs, and your business come first, with locations in southern Idaho and throughout Utah, they're here to serve you. It's Cache Valley Bank. So the Panthers out on the floor as our down official starting to go through the lineups here as they get ready for the match here this morning, in what hopefully promises to be a good one. The Panthers, for those listening on KACH, the Panthers dressed in white tops with their black shorts, and the Indians will go in all blue, trimmed in white and yellow. As we are ready to go, Preston wins the toss, and they will serve first here in their first set of this afternoon's match. Here we go, best of 5 as we start the district tournaments. Dan Hubbard with you here at Bear Lake. John Beverly back in the studios at KACH. Happy to have you with us. As Avery Madsen serves, the first serve is a good one. They set it outside, but Preston able to keep it alive. Outside, it comes to White from the attack side for the point. Mackley White able to go right down the line and pick up the point here on the first play. And Preston goes up 1-0 here in the first set. Madsen serving again, goes short as a good dig. And they go short again as Driscoll just kind of pops it over. Outside, that's Hess, and they can't make the dig. Hess with a big hit, able to pick up the point. As see if we can get another look at it here on the instant replay. Nope, just a little bit too late. Apologize for that. But Preston up 2-0. As the serve comes up, they'll set it. It's off the block. as that is Avery Matthews able to pick up the point as she tools the block. The ball goes out of bounds, and it's 2-1. And for the first time today, the Panthers will serve, as it'll be Emma Cook to serve here, as they serve it at Taylor Wakely, as tight to the net, but Preston able to control it and get it back over as the big attack outside from Gilbert, played by the Indians. Another block at the net, as there's Carly Dunn, as Carly able to pick up the block and the point, and Preston leads 3-2 again. Check that, 3-1, my bad. White serving now for the Indians. That's played outside, and that's going to be too long, as coming up to play the ball was Avery Matthews, and she hit it too deep on the reverse side. And Preston goes up 4-1. Remember, the way things had shaken out, as the first serve here comes in the backcourt to Cook. They'll set it again to Gilbert. She bumps it deep. Indians have it, set it outside. Wakely for the point. That's a good sign when Taylor can pick up a point early on. As they get her the set, she attacks from the outside and picks up the point. Back with you live as Preston leads 5-1. White will serve again, and that's an ace. So Taylor, I should say Mackley with an ace to make it 6-1. I was going to say the way the games had shaken out in the first two matches, that Snake River wins the first set. Preston comes back and wins the second and third, then loses the fourth and then the fifth, which gave Snake River the victories in the first two matches. As the ball back over onto the Preston side, outside set again for Wakely, as it's touched up into the rafters, and Snake River able to keep it alive. Back over onto the Preston side, as this time it'll go in the middle to Dunn. She tries to go short, and that's dug out. As Cook gets it over. Oh, a good diving dig there by Donaldson, as the Indians able to again keep it alive. Gilbert from the outside this time for the Panthers. As the long rally continues, back to Wakely, out of bounds. Taylor tried to cut the court and hit it just a little bit too wide. Side out for the Panthers. It's 6-2. Preston has a lead on the Flying S Tideland Escrow scoreboard. So Paisley Matthews will rotate onto the floor here for the Panthers, and she'll pick up the serve. We apologize for not being able to get all of the out-of-bounds area in the camera shot, but it's a small gym here. As the Wakely gets stuffed at the net, Hess gets it back over, though. Back to Gilbert. That's again blocked at the net by the Indians, as Hess has a block. Back to Sophie. She goes down the line and picks up the point. The good play by the Indians after the block keeps the point alive. And then Hess gets it and able to go right down the line with it and pick up the point, as we join you live again here with Preston leading 7-2, and Morgan Donaldson will serve. Donaldson, deep middle serve, comes at the net, but it's too close to the net, as Aiden Anderson not able to play it. Get it out of the net successfully, and Preston now leads 8-2 on the Flying S Tideland Escrow scoreboard. We're playing in the first set, and it's brought to you by Cache Valley Bank. Donaldson serves again, controlled by Gilbert. The outside set, played down the line softly, as Hatch able to play that, comes back again to Wakely, off the block and down. 9-2, and the Snake River needs a timeout before we go any further. 9-2, Preston leading on the Flying S Tideland Escrow scoreboard. The first set brought to you by Cache Valley Bank. We'll take a timeout, back right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
In today's world, you need a bank that moves as fast as you move. A bank where personal relationships are still the norm, and where your life, your business, and your needs come first. That's what you'll find at Cache Valley Bank. With locations in southern Idaho and throughout Utah, Cache Valley Bank offers you the personalized service of a hometown bank with the resources and capacities of a large bank. Visit Cache Valley Bank today. Let us help you build the financial network you need. Cache Valley Bank, member FDIC.
All right, back with you after the timeout. As waiting for the officials to get set. They're checking rotations here. So it gives us a chance to remind you that today's game is brought to you by Ready Support Services. If you're interested in joining our team, visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready. Officials are now ready as well as we'll go back to work. Preston up 9-2 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Donaldson serve for Preston, played by Gilbert in the back row in the deep right corner. It comes back, played over by Carter. Played by the Indians back in the middle, as that was Ellie Nelson this time, able to attack it and put it away, as Nelson able to pick up the point. So Ellie with her first kill of the afternoon. Preston now up 10-2. Serve again comes to Gilbert as the set comes back over to Gilbert as he just bumps it over with her open hand. Back to Hess off the top of the net. Can they keep it alive as it's into the bench area? They can't play it. That'll be another kill for Hess. Though it banked off the top of the net cord, still made it over. And Hess able to get the point after the Panthers couldn't quite play it. So it's 11-2 Preston on the Flying S scoreboard, Flying S Title and Escrow, should say. As the set comes in the middle, blocked by the Indians. Kept alive. They'll set it back to Gilbert again. Dug out again by Donaldson, but it's going to go up in the stands as Grace Gilbert has her first kill of the match. And it's 11-3 as the side out for the Panthers breaks a long string of points for the Indians. Avery Matthews will now serve here for the Panthers. Matthews had a great match against the Indians back at Preston High School. While Wakely again hits it off the hands of Matthews. They're able to chase it down and get it back over. Free ball for the Indians. Set in the middle. Comes to Nelson. That's picked off there by Carter. As again the Panthers able to get it back over. Matson, good set. Comes back to Hess for another point. Check out the effort by Avery Matson to go and get it. And then make the great set right here back to Hess as she fires it home. As we're back with you live again, as Preston now leading 12-3. Sophie Hess with 3 kills here in the first set as she serves. Comes back over as Anderson going to fall just out of bounds as Anderson able to tool the block. But it almost fell on the line back on their side of the net. So a point for the Panthers makes it 12-4. As this will be Grace Gilbert to serve here now for Snake River. The set outside, Wakely, that's going to be too long. Didn't quite get on top of that one enough, and she hit it long instead of down. So it's 12-5 now in favor of the Indians as Gilbert will serve again. That's going to be way too long and out of bounds. So Gilbert with the hitting error, 13-5. Preston gets the serve back, leading on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. As Taylor Wakely will now drop back and serve. Do anything just to change the rhythm. If they can win the first set here tonight in this match, that would certainly change things for the positive for the Indians. And the block at the net by Nelson. She's got another one. Ellie with the block. As the attack at the net, Nelson on the slide, makes the block. Nothing they could do about it. So a point again for the Indians. It's now 14-5. As that'll be an ace as the dig goes over into the stands. So Preston now up 15-5 as Wakely records the first ace for either side here in the match. Taylor to serve again. Deep middle, played there by Anderson. The outside set, and they're going to go short. Hustling up to get it was Hess. The set for the back row to Wakely. Another point for Taylor. Taylor's hitting the ball much better. Thank you very much. Makes it 16-5. Taylor's got 3 kills here in the first set. As today's game brought to you by Franklin County Medical Center with the finest care that you'll receive in all of the Cache Valley. 16-5, Preston serves. Dug out in the back row. In the middle, Anderson blocked. Back up again by the Panthers. Outside this time comes to Gilbert. That's got kept up again. Gilbert again. Another good dig by Hess. Outside, White cross court. She hits it at Grace Gilbert. That's kept alive again. As once again they'll get it back over, but they hit it too deep. Ava Morrell just tried to play it deep into the court just to get it back in the play and then hit it too deep. 17-5, Preston leading on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard. Again, we have another timeout here in the first set. Back with more after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Purchasing land or a new home is one of life's major milestones. It says you're committed to a better life, to building something worthwhile. Since 1905, Flying S has been land title protectors, ensuring you have clear ownership rights to your home and your land. By blending personalized hometown customer service with sophisticated, cutting-edge technology, we meet each customer's real estate transaction needs. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving customers for over 119 years. Flying S Title and Escrow, 28 West Oneida, Preston.
$17-5, Preston with a lead as we play here in set number 1. As Macy Knapp is going to coming in for the first time here today. She'll take her spot on the front row as Taylor Wakely will continue to serve here for Preston. Wakely approaches, gets it deep middle. Outside set on the reverse. That's played there by Wakely, kept alive as Hess bumps it over. Now she's got to retreat to go back and get it. Wakely with the big two-hander trying to keep it just in play, hits it too long. Can't blame Taylor for that. That's hardly her fault, but it's a point for the Panthers. And it's 17-6. Preston's lead is 11 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Here comes the serve as Carter puts it in. Good dig in the back row by Donaldson. That's a big attack on the outside by White, kept in play. Comes back with a dig by Wakely. Again, the set in the middle. Nelson is dug out as Gilbert able to get that in the back row. As nice diving attempt by Wakely as Libby Gilbert able to come up and attack down the line and get the point. Heck of an effort by Wakely. But it's a point for the Panthers, and it's 17-7. As Carter will serve again. Wakely kind of mishandled it, and then Donaldson and Wakely run into each other, and it becomes an ace for Carter. So Taylor Carter gets the first ace today for the Panthers. Yeah, that's 17-8. Preston's lead down to 9 here in set number 1. Carter serving again right at Donaldson. Good dig, gets it out. White has it, plays in the back row. Into the attack area, as played there. The Indians with a partial block of the net, comes back to Knapp, trying to make the play and couldn't. As Macy just kind of popped it back into the middle of the court. Point again for the Panthers, and it's 17-9 as they're on a bit of a run now, just like Preston was earlier here in the first set. Carter serves it into the net. Service error. Ball will come back over the Indians, and it's now 18-9. So here is Braxton Ware as she comes in. She will pick up the serve here as she comes on for Ellie Nelson. As Ware's serve, it's blocked at the net, played by the Indians, kept up alive again by the Indians, comes back to Knapp, who gets it back over. So here's a free ball now again for the Panthers, blocked partially at the net. Good play there by Knapp. Back to White, who goes short and again kept up. Heck of a play again by the Panthers. Back row set for Wakely. That's dug out there as Carter able to keep it up. Comes back to the Indians, get it back over this time. White able to do so. Too close into the net as that's going to be out of bounds as Faye Driscoll hit it hard but hit it long. Preston up 19-9. Another fine rally between these two teams. They've had a couple of those already. Ware serving again. Deep middle played by Carter as the Indians going to be over the net. Nope. Somebody stepped over the line for the Panthers. I thought it was the other way around. So a violation against the Panthers as they step over the center line, and Preston now leads 20-9 here in set one. Ware is going to go short, and that's into the net. So it makes it 20-10 on the Flying S Tideland Escrow scoreboard. As Aiden Anderson will now drop back and serve here for the Panthers as they trail by 10. As the serve comes to Wakely with the good set outside White. That's played there as Anderson gets hands on it. It comes back to Gilbert. Good a diving attack as Wakely not able to get it back in. Watch Taylor and the effort to try to get to the ball, but she's not able to return it on this attack by Anderson. As you see Taylor just go diving out of the screen, but the point goes out of bounds and it's 20-11. Played by Wakely, deep. Set comes to White. She goes down the line. That's played there. Gilbert will bump it over, so there's a free ball for the Indians into the attack zone. Short set to Dunn, and it is Carly with her first kill of the day. 21-11, Preston back up on top on the Flying S Tideland Escrow scoreboard. As Avery Madsen will come back in and serve again. Remember, she opened the game with back-to-back points here in the first set. As the first serve dug out. Nice play by Grace Gilbert. Played back over onto the Preston side as the set will come to Dunn. She'll bump it over. Not much really she could do with it. So the outside set, as that's going to be off the block. And the point this time for Libby Gilbert as she's able to tool the block to make it 21-12. So both the Gilbert girls, tall, can jump, and both hit the ball very hard. Emma Cook serving here. That'll be out of bounds. Got a little bit too strong. Took it down the line and out of bounds. Preston's lead is 10 again as it's 22-12 here in the first set. First set of today's match brought to you by Cache Valley Bank. White serving. Set outside. Grace Gilbert's going to go soft. Played there by White. She'll set it for Hess. And Hess able to tool the block. And Carter not able to play it. So White has another kill. That's her second. And it's 23-12. Preston leads. White serves again. That's going to be close to the net. Going up to get it is Wakely. Keeps it on their side. And once again, Preston with a point. And here we go. It's set point with Preston leading 24-12. As you get a look at the point as Wakely able to put that away right at the net. Served by White. Set point for the Indians. Gilbert off the block. Kept alive. Back over onto the Snake River side. They'll bump it long. Free ball for the Indians trying to put away the set as it comes to Dunn, who mishits it a little bit and doesn't quite make it over the net. So Snake River survives set point number one. It's 24-13. As this will be Presley Matthews in to serve. As they'll set it there in the middle, back to Dunn. Partially blocked at the net. Can they get it back over? Yes, they do, and it's a good return as Hatch can't get to it as they played it into the deep right corner. 24-14. Nice diving attempt by Hatch to try to get to it, but they couldn't quite get there. Preston still leads by 10. This is set point number 3 for the Indians. As Wakely Off the block, into the stands, and that'll do it. Preston will win the first set today for winning it by the score of 25-15. And we talked briefly about just changing the momentum, changing the scenario. And that's what Preston able to do as they win the first set here by the final score of 25-14 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. We'll go to the second set right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
It's always nice to know who you're working with, especially when it comes to legal documents, loans, and title insurance tied to your home. Company-wide, Northern Title has been providing exceptional title work since 1977. In the Preston office, you work with Jan Stone, Monique Bear, Melanie Olson, Cassidy Loya, Afton Jones, and Charlie Bear. Let us answer any questions you have about title work, title insurance, and closings. We look forward to serving all of your title needs. Northern Title in Preston, Idaho. Good deeds done daily. Contact us today.
Go Preston!
Ready has provided safety and excellence in the industrial construction and support services since 1982. We have the crews and equipment for hydro excavation, dirt and equipment hauling, as well as produced and potable water hauling. We also offer septic tank cleaning services, portable toilets, and roll-off dumpster rentals for facility shutdowns, on location or for your next outdoor event. Call us today to discuss how we can help with your next project. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Friday night, the Preston Indian football team return home and will face conference foe, the Pocatello Thunder. As in every year, the Indians need a big performance to help them in their overall standings. The pregame show gets started at 6:15 with the opening kickoff slated for 7 p.m. Preston Sports are brought to you by Northern Title, Ready Support Services, Rocky Mountain Power, WattsmartHomes.com, Stokes Market True Value, West Motors, Franklin County Medical Center, and S&T Electric. Join us for Preston Indian football Friday night on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on mylocalradio.com, your home for Preston sports.
Make the best deal you can. When it's time to buy or sell commercial or residential real estate, it's important to have Elisa Benson on your team. She is helpful, knowledgeable, honest, friendly, hardworking, and results-oriented. As a graduate of Preston High School, Elisa understands the real estate markets in Idaho and Utah. Call Elisa Benson today, North Realty Idaho and North Realty Utah. Elisa Benson, your proactive, trusted advisor.
There's no better family activity than a night out at the movies. Worm Creek Opera House Theater on State Street in Preston is your local home for first-run family movies. The historic theater offers top-flight comfort, the coolest refreshments, and quality entertainment, all at family prices. Stop by the Worm Creek Opera House at 70 South State Street in downtown Preston. For tickets, showtimes, and a list of upcoming attractions, go to wormcreek.org.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Don't forget the live stage production of Sound of Music coming to the Worm Creek Theater. Log on for tickets and showtimes at wormcreek.org. So we start the second set. Preston wins the first as we're underway here in set number 2, brought to you by Yardmaster. As the play at the net, bump back over, free ball here as the Panthers be able to bump it over, set in the middle, done, blocked, as they're able to get the block and the point as Faye Driscoll with the block at the net. So first point of the second set goes to the Panthers. Next serve, deep middle goes to Donaldson, outside, White's might have been too long, but they played it anyway as Gilbert bumps it back on the floor and her sister plays it back over. Here comes Wakely who plays it over. Back outside again, Libby Gilbert. That's dug out again by the Indians as White again will bump it back over. So once again a free ball for the Panthers. Garrick Gilbert, and that's in, just inside the back row. Taylor thought it was going to go out. She shied away from it at the last minute, but it's in. And the first 2 points of set number 2 belong to the Panthers, 2-0. Anderson's serve, played by Wakely, set outside, back to Hess. And that's going to be dug, but it goes up into the stands. And the Indians get their first point here of set number 2, as was Sophie Hess able to go down the line. Kaylee Carter tried to keep it up, but couldn't. As here is Mackley White to serve again for the Indians, and that will be just too long. So White with her first hitting error of the day. 3-1, Snake River on top here in the second set. Here comes Emma Cook in to serve now. As they go to Wakely, Madsen able to run and get it as they'll bump it back over. So here's a free ball again for the Panthers in the attack zone. Matthews. Donaldson gets hands on it back up into the ceiling, and Preston's not able to return it from there. Avery Matthews able to put that over, as it's now 4-1 Snake River on top on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard, as Cook will serve again. Donaldson deep middle. Outside set, Wakely goes down the line. Anderson gets a hand on it to keep it up. Then back outside, Gilbert into the net. So back-to-back points for the Indians. It's now 4-2 on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard. As it'll be Morgan Donaldson now to serve for the Indians. As she goes deep middle, played there by Carter. On the reverse, back to Matthews, blocked at the net, and the Indians try to keep it up, but they hit it out of bounds. 5-2. Good initial block on the outside by Wakely. But then the attempt to keep it up ended up going a little wild over on the far side of the court and goes out of bounds. 5-2. Presley Matthews serves. As that goes to Donaldson. Outside, back to Wakely again. Just a little bit long, and it's 6-2 on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard. Taylor hitting an even 500 now on the match. 3 kills, 3 errors. Matthews serves again, back to Wakely. As the set on the opposite, that comes to Hess. Dug out into the net, but they're able to play it. Nice play by Anderson to keep it alive at the net. As again, the set in the middle, that comes to Nelson, and Ellie able to put it away. Ellie goes cross court, gets it in. 6-3. Preston cuts the lead in half now on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard here in set number 2. Second set of the match brought to you by Yardmaster. Sophie Hess to serve. Carter has to run to get it, keep it in. Back over to Grace Gilbert. Goes soft into the back row. As it's Wakely again. Kind of deflected a little bit by the block as it was coming over. But Taylor able to get the point to make it 6-4 on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard. So Hess with a serve again, as attacking at the net. That is Matthews who hits it into the net. And Preston with another point. Makes it now 6-5. As they're a point away from getting even here again. As the serve, that comes to Gilbert. They'll flick it over. As not able to make the dig was Hatch coming over to try to get to it. As the Panthers again go back up by 2 here on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard. So Avery Matthews will serve. 7-5, Panthers on top. Donaldson again with the ball. It looked like it was probably going to go long. As it's kept alive, Grace Gilbert attacks. Good dig by Donaldson. Outside, Wakely. That's going to be off a set of hands, and can they keep it alive as Gilbert will be able to bump it over. Free ball for the Indians. Donaldson comes to Nelson. She plays it over with an open hand. As it comes to Gilbert again, as Donaldson able to dig that out and keep it alive. Back to Wakely on the Preston side, as Gilbert has another dig there. As then Grace Gilbert and the libero Taylor Carter kind of get together, and Gilbert ends up hitting it into the net. Point for the Indians, and it's 7-5 on the Flying S Tideland, or check that, 7-6, I should say, on the Flying S Tideland escrow scoreboard. So 1 point down. They'll give the ball to Taylor Wakely and let her serve. As the first serve comes right to the net, as the Panthers able to keep it alive. Good play at the net. Outside set. White blocked and down onto the Preston side. Gilbert was there. Avery Morrell was there as well, as they're able to pick up the point. 8-7 Panthers on the Flying S Tideland escrow scoreboard. Actually make it 8-6. So here's Grace Gilbert serving. Goes to Wakely in the deep middle. Outside set. White's a little bit too deep, so she just has to play it over. Libby Gilbert is going to go too long and out of bounds. Point for the Indians. 8-7 on the side out. Remember, the winner of this match goes home. They don't have to play again until Tuesday, as they'll be in the winner's bracket. The loser will have to play again coming up at 4:30 against lower seeds in the tournament, as served up as an ace. Unreturnable, as Braxton Ware picks up her first ace, and we're tied again at 8-8 as Ware will serve again. Deep middle played there. Set on the opposite. They go cross court. Hess able to make the pass back onto the Preston side. Stays on the Preston side and dug out here by the Panthers. Back played by Ware. Outside set. White goes short. That's dug out again by Matthews. Gilbert off the hands of Hess and a point. Get a look at that. Good rally up until the point where Gilbert just gets a big attack and hits it off the hands of Hess and for the point. So 9-8 as the Panthers go back up on top. Back over onto the Panthers side. Good attack, good try by Carter to try to keep it alive. But her play goes out of bounds, and we're tied at 9 again on the side out on the Flying S Tideland escrow scoreboard, as once again it will be Avery Madsen to come over and serve. Good serve by Madsen, deep left corner. They bump it over, dug out there by that's going to be blocked and land right on the line, and a point for the Panthers. Wakely made the dig, but it came right in a vulnerable position. As they were able to pick up the point, they being the Panthers. The serve comes to the Indians, as from the back row, Dunn attacks and hits it just a little bit too long. Back-to-back points for Snake River. It's now 11-9 on the Flying S Tideland escrow scoreboard, as Aiden Anderson will serve. Anderson serves to Wakely. The set on the opposite, as that's going to be off the antenna and out of bounds. As once again, Mackley White ran into the block and hit it off the antenna, trying to hit it around the block. It's 12-9. Panthers lead by 3. Serve to Ware. Madsen hustles to go get it. Outside set. Hess. A little bit wild, not out of bounds. She hit it wide of the sideline and into the Preston bench, as that's her first hitting error of the day, and a timeout on the floor. 13-9, Panthers lead on the Flying S Tideland escrow scoreboard. Set number 2 tonight, brought to you by Yardmaster. We're back right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
100% guarantee is a good thing, and that's what you get when you hire the professionals at Yardmaster Services. We help you get the yard of your dream with custom fertilization for grass, trees, and shrubs, spraying for weeds, and lawn aeration. We also help keep your sprinkler system in top shape with turn-on and turn-off services, including winterization and small repairs. We even eliminate the bugs in the lawn and around the house. Yardmaster, serving commercial and residential customers. Call Yardmaster Services today for a free quote.
Indians come back onto the floor. They trail 13-9 here in set number 2, brought to you by Yardmaster. Snake River has the serve. Comes to Wakely, misplayed. Preston's got to go get it. Ware's not, her third hit's going to fall short of the net. Another point for Snake River, and it's 14-9. Serve, dug out by Wakely. Outside set, Hess tools the block and gets the point. So Sophie hits it hard off the block, and the block ends up going well up into the stands. As you get another look at it, as it's now 14-10 on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard. Back with you live again as White with the serve. In the back row, Carter. Dug out by Ware. Outside set, back to Wakely. That's blocked at the net. Kept alive again by the Indians. On the opposite, Hess again dug out by nice play by Dunn. Madsen gives it back over to the Panthers. Outside, Grace Gilbert in along the sideline. Nice attack by Grace. Or I should say Libby Gilbert, not Grace, my bad. As she's able to play it there. 15-10, Preston trails by 5 here in set number 2. Emma Cook serving again as the serve comes to Wakely. Outside set, Wakely just flicks it over, dug out by Carter. Comes back to Grace Gilbert, she goes short for the point. She got just enough of it to get it up over the block of Sophie Hess as Grace picks up her third kill and makes it 16-10 on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard. Cook's next serve, again served at Wakely as they try to just get it over the net. And once again, the big girl in the middle, that is Faye Driscoll, able to slam the lid and get the point. Her second block, biggest lead of the afternoon here for the Panthers as they lead 17-10. Cook serves again as it comes back again to Wakely. As Wakely and Ware kind of get together, and it ends up as a return error against the Airs, and it's now 18-10 on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard. Serve to Wakely again. In the middle, Dunn. She puts that away, over and done indeed. Look at it again. As Dunn gets the side out, Preston gets the serve back as she hammers it home. Just out of everybody's reach. As Preston will have the serve now, trailing 18-11. As Donaldson serves here for Preston. Comes down to Anderson, kept alive, back over onto the Preston side again. Wakely, as she's able to hit it right at Anderson, and she couldn't get her hands up fast enough, try to return it. Back-to-back points for the Indians, and it is now 18-12. Donaldson serves again to Carter. Outside, Matthews. Blocked back onto the Panthers side. Good block there by Nelson. As it comes back to Grace Gilbert, and it goes. I'm going to say it was going to go too long, but they're going to say that Ellie touched it. So it is. It's a point for the Panthers. Makes it 19-12 on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard. So Nelson didn't argue the fact that they called it a touch, so it must have been. Serve comes to Wakely. Madsen goes to Hess. That's touched. Played in the back row by Cook. Back up in the front row again as it's played there by Morrell. Preston able to dig it back out, but the dig goes too long. Point again for the Panthers, and it's 20-12. Matthews serves again. Played in the deep middle here by the Indians. Outside set. Wakely into the net. That makes it 21-12 on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard. Preston in need of a timeout to try to regroup here. They trail by 9 here in the second set. Wakely with the dig. As Madsen with the flip. comes back over. Wakely tried to put it away. Played by the Panthers back onto the Preston side. As the set comes to Ellie Nelson, is she able to go short and just pop it up over the top of the block, right where nobody could reach it. As you get another look at it, as Ellie approaches hard, and then, I just barely hit it, and it falls on the floor. Point for the Indians, 21-13. Hess serves for Preston. Outside set to Matthews. Hess with the block there. Comes back, Wakely, off hands, and another point for Preston. 21-14. Today's match brought to you by Yardmaster. Remember, they help you get that lawn of your dreams, and it all comes with a 100% guarantee. Call Yardmaster Services at 435-755-6827 for your free quote. Hess serving again. Carter comes up quickly to play it. Outside, Grace Gilbert. That's dug out by Wakely. They go back to Wakely again. Too long. Out of bounds, 22-14. So Wakely trying to hit the ball out in front of her instead of hitting it on top and hitting it down. Now the set comes back to Wakely again. It's much better. She hit down on it, but she hit it just wide of the sideline. 23-14 on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard. Preston wins the first set, but they trail here by 9 in set number 2. As that serve comes to Wakely. Outside, as that is Macy Knapp. She picks up her first kill of the afternoon and gets Preston another point to get a little bit closer, but they're still down by 8. It's 23-15 here in set number 2. Taylor will rotate back around as she would go back to serve. As the serve comes to Cook, dug out, outside, they'll bump it and bump it too long. As Grace Gilbert just tried to play it down the line and hit it well long of the baseline, and it's 23-16. Served by Wakely, that goes into the net. And it'll be set point coming up here for the Panthers, 24-16. And set point number 1 coming up here for Snake River. Boy, it seems so redundant talking about these two teams and say that one team is trying to get even with the other. Serve put up by Grace Gilbert. That's played by Wakely. The deep set, mishit by Wakely into the net. And that'll do it here in set number 2. Preston, after winning the first set 25-14, see Snake River come back to claim set number 2, 25-16, the final there, as we are tied at 1 set apiece. Back with set number 3 coming up after this timeout here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
They say the 3 most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
When you're hungry for a delicious burger, roast beef sandwich, and an ice-cold soda, stop at Papa J's Deli in Clifton, Idaho. You'll get an amazing meal at an affordable price, and you'll enjoy great conversation. Papa J's is famous for the best beef jerky, but you'll also find a delicious menu, a friendly staff, great snacks, and good friends at Papa J's Deli. Stop in today to satisfy your hunger. Papa J's, 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in the industrial construction and support services since 1982. We have the crews and equipment for hydro excavation, dirt and equipment hauling, as well as produced and potable water hauling. We also offer septic tank cleaning services, portable toilets, and roll-off dumpster rentals for facility shutdowns, on location, or for your next outdoor event. Call us today to discuss how we can help with your next project. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
KACH.
Welcome back. We're ready to play set 3 as each side has won a set. As we reset the scoreboard here as we move to the third. Preston won the first. Snake River came back and won the second. And we're ready to go here in set number 3 as Preston will serve first. So Madsen to serve. Here as we start set number 3. Set number 3 brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. And the first serve is going to be an ace for Avery Madsen, her first of the day. So Preston able to jump out in front, 1-0 on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard. Madsen's next serve. Deep middle played there. Outside on the reverse goes to Cook. That's going to be too long and out of bounds. Actually, I take it back. That was not Cook. That was Libby Gilbert with her first hitting error of the day. And it's 2-0 Preston. Madsen serves again. Played by Grace Gilbert in the back row. Carter tried to bump it over, mishit it, and Preston leads 3-0 here, early third set. So Avery serves up 3 straight points. And she'll serve again here. That's going to be an error, off the top of the net. 3-1 on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard. Today's match brought to you by Canyon Creek Dental with offices in Preston and in Grace. They're here to give you a smile that you will always be proud of. Canyon Creek Dental. 3-1. On the side out, Snake River will serve for the first time here in the third set. Outside, Hess partially blocked, played by Carter in the back row. Comes to Grace Gilbert. She goes short, and Preston able to control that. Comes back to Dunn, too long. Makes it 3-2 as Carly gets under it just a little bit, hits it a little too long off the back end. As once again, that serve comes to Donaldson, played there by the Indians. Outside, Hess. That comes back to Gilbert, comes back onto the Preston side on the dig. As point call for the Indians. I guess it hit with the flag roller up in the ceiling, and that must determine that to be out of bounds. So Preston gets the point. It's 4-2 as the dig by Grace Gilbert was too high up into the rafters. Preston, outside set. Wakely blocked, kept alive as it comes back again to Hess. Carter gets a hand under it, but then nobody else can play it. Point for the Indians. Hess goes soft and gets the point. That's her 5th kill of the match. 5-2 Preston. White serving. As it's played on the deep middle, outside set. Gilbert partially blocked at the net. Nice save by Wakely to get it back up. Comes to Dunn, just pats it over softly. Back to Gilbert again, and this time it's Donaldson with the up. Wakely gonna go cross court, but Carter able to get to that. Gilbert's got a charge, blocked at the net by the Indians. But the Panthers get it back again and get it back onto the Preston side. Wakely's going to go soft dugout this time. Back on the set, comes back to Gilbert, and Grace again hits it into the net. That's her 5th mishit of the day, or error. Remember, she had such a big hitting night in the last matchup. It was really a contest between her and Taylor Wakely on who was going to be the better hitter of the match. As that's going to be an ace mishandled, as the ace will go to Mackley White, her second, and that is the 5th ace of the match for the Indians, as it's now 7-6 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Time briefly here as White ties up a shoe. Now we're ready to go, as Mackley will serve again here for the Indians. That's going to be off the arms of Cook and goes out of bounds. Another ace here for White, and it's now 8-3. White serving again. Cook has that dig outside. Gilbert, that's going to be too long. Another hitting error against Grace Gilbert. And Preston now on top 9-2 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Not as many people here as there was the other night against Bear Lake, but there's still a good voice. As the serve comes over, they're going to set that. They go short as off the block. They're going to say that wasn't touched. They fell out of bounds. That's the call. So the hitting error charged against Faye Driscoll as the point goes out of bounds, and Preston will go up now 10-2 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Timeout called by Snake River. We're back right after this timeout on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston. All right, we play in the third set. Preston leading 10-2 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard, as set number 3 today is brought to you by the folks there at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, 17 South State Street in Preston. White with the serve will continue. Here's Rebeck as the serve goes to Cook. Outside, Grace Gilbert, partially off the block, played by the Indians. As Madsen will flick it over just to keep the Panthers honest. Back to Gilbert. Good dig by Donaldson. Goes back to Wakely. She gets it back over as it comes back up off the ceiling. And once again, in self-defense, Anderson gets it back over as the dig by Carter goes back over and it falls as Preston couldn't play it. Get a look at it again as the dig by Carter came right at her hot, and she was able to get her hands on it, and the bump goes back over, and so 10-3 on the side out as the serve will come back over to Snake River, as that is out of bounds. Point for the Indians. On the serve, mishit. 11-3, as they'll give the ball to Morgan Donaldson again and let her see if she can roll off consecutive points. As the good deep serve played by Gilbert. Outside set, they go down the line out of bounds, as the set was for Morrill, as she took it out, and it's 12-3. Preston on top with a 9-point lead on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. The serve comes to Cook, as the dig will go out of bounds, and again a point for the Indians. So 13-3. Donaldson serves again, comes to Cook at the net, as they're going to call Ellie Nelson over the net. She reached over but didn't touch the ball, so that'll be a violation. And a point for Snake River as it's 13-4. You reach over like that, you got to be able to touch the ball. Ellie didn't. So that was the violation. Inside out for Snake River as they break the string of serves. Tough return as that ball hit at Hatch, as that'll be an ace. Give the ace to Avery Matthews, her first. Makes it 13-5. The lead's 8 on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard. Serve again by Matthews. Comes back to Hatch. And again, this one bumped over the net. And again, just standing right there is Ava Morrell for the block as she puts it back over again, and it's 13-6. They had been serving primarily at Wakely. Oakley Hatch may be the one they'll start serving at, as that one goes at Wakely. Hatch plays it on the back row, gets it over. Free ball here for the Panthers. On the reverse, the set is dug out by Madsen. That's going into the Preston bench. They keep it alive. Heck of a play as Hess comes up with a smile on her face. But as she had to chase it into the bench, you get a look at this as Hess runs out of the screen. You see a couple of players really get up and just get out of the way to make sure that they're not in the way when the point finally is decided, as it's 13-7. Outside set, Wakely goes short, and she's got another one. Everybody backed off on Taylor as she was able to pick up the point. That's kill number 5 for Taylor here on the day. And it's 14-7. Preston's lead is 7 again as we join you live again as the serve comes in. Outside, Anderson plays it right along the line. Hess has the dig there. Back to Wakely in the block at the net as Grace Gilbert gets those big old arms up and able to block it and pick up the point. 14-8. Preston's lead is 6 on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard. Grace Gilbert will serve here, as that serve's going to go too long. She's done that a number of times today. In a big situation, her serve just goes too long. That was her 7th hitting error of the match, compared to just 3 kills so far today. 15-8, we're playing in set number 3. Wakely to serve. As the set comes outside, Libby Gilbert and Preston get this one back over. They do as Donaldson bumps it over. Free ball again. Outside set this time as Anderson plays it into the net. 16-8. Preston leads. Each side has won 1 set so far. Taylor will serve again here now for Preston. As good hard serve dug out. They got to get it back over as Gilbert bumps it over there. As the set outside comes to White, blocked at the net and down, point for the Panthers. As going up to make the block at the net, Ava Morrell as she comes off the floor. That's her 3rd block today. And it's 16-9 on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard. Tally Carter will serve here again. The libero for Snake River played to her opposite number in Donaldson as they get it back over. And Macy Knapp hits it wide of the sideline as she tried to go cross court. And now it's 16-10. So Carter serving again. Here's the serve. That comes to White. The set outside also comes to White. Partially blocked at the net, kept alive. As it'll be into the net. And an error into the net was Ellie Nelson. As the serve a point again will go back over to the Panthers. It's 16-11. So Carter's reeled off 3 or 4 points. Still with the serve. That comes deep outside. Wakely from way deep in the back row plays it over. Outside set back to Libby Gilbert on a touch and a point. So the block for the Indians, they touched it, but it still found the deep right corner. And it's another point here for the Panthers. Preston's lead is cut down to 4. It's 16-12 as Carter serves again. That's going to be too long and out of bounds. So finally, Preston with a side out gets the serve back. 17-12 now the score on the Flying S Title escrow scoreboard. As Nelson and Madsen leave and onto the floor to pick up the serve here for the Indians, it's Braxton Ware. Her first serve goes to Grace Gilbert, played there. As, again, it's Libby Gilbert with another mishit. Preston with back-to-back points. It's 18-12 as they work the lead back up to 6. Getting late here in set number 3 as Preston tries to go up 2-1. Ware comes over. Nice dig by Carter. On the reverse. They'll go short. Good up, and Preston able to get it back onto the floor, and they get the point. Check out the teamwork here as a good dig by the Indians. They get it back over. Couple of wild touches, and then the dive by Gilbert. She can't quite get to it, and there's a timeout on the floor. Preston leads 19-12 on the Flying S Thailand escrow scoreboard. Back with more third set action after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Everyone wants a smile they can be proud of. A healthy smile can make your day brighter. At Canyon Creek Dental, Doctors Justin Carter, Thomas Hull, Heath Bateman, and Corby Dixon see patients of all ages and provide a full line of dental services, including fillings, wellness checks, braces, wisdom teeth, oral surgery, and cosmetic dentistry. Call us today to schedule an appointment in our Preston or Grace office. Canyon Creek Dental. We're here to give you a smile you can be proud of.
KACH.
All right, welcome back. As we play here in set number 3, Preston leads 19-12. We're tied at 1 set apiece. This has been as close as the other 2 matches were between these 2 teams earlier in the regular season. Ware's serve played on the outside as that's bumped over. Anderson got a touch as the ball falls out of bounds, but it's a point for the Panthers and makes it 19-13. So here's Aiden Anderson now serving again. Deep middle as it comes to Ware. They'll set it back to Wakely as Libby Gilbert bumps it over. As they're going to say the ball hit the floor. And the corner official changes his mind and runs out on the floor with the flag, trying to emphasize that the call was down. 19-14 the score. Serve comes into White. They'll set it back as it comes over to Knapp. She gets it back over. Free ball here for the Panthers. They go short, and there's has to get it back up again. Set it for Wakely. Wakely hits it to Gilbert. Knocked back down, and they're not able to get back over. The dig by Gilbert went way up in the ceiling. Nobody could find it. And eventually the ball came back down. Wakely with kill number 6 on the match. 20-14. Preston now with a 6-point lead again as we head into the closing moments here of set 3. Avery Madsen serves for the Indians. As the set outside touched. Indians able to go back and get it outside to White. Good coverage by the Panthers, but White able to go soft, gets the point. So White able to charge up on that and go over the block and have the ball fall. 21-14, Preston up by 7. Madsen serves again. Played by Grace Gilbert. They flick it back over deep as it comes to Wakely. The set on the reverse. Hess dug out by Carter in the back row. As a good play as the flick over the net. Played there by Avery Matthews. Catches Preston kind of backing off a little bit, and it's a point to make it 21-15. So Preston still leads by 6 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. As the serve comes into Ware. Set on the outside, done, blocked at the net, and down. As getting hands up to block it again was Faye Driscoll, her third block of the day, leading to a point. And all of a sudden it's 21-16. Look out, here come the Panthers again. As the Cook with the set, outside, Hess. Partially blocked, played by the Panthers. They go back outside to Grace Gilbert. That is blocked at the net by the Indians. As Hess gets another block. As the set again, as Preston not able to make the play. As the set goes into the net. As Avery Madsen not able to get it out of the net. It's 21-17. So Emma Cook back to serve. She goes short. Played by the Indians. Goes back to Wakely. Wakely's attack is dug out. Grace Gilbert blocked. Played at the net by the Panthers as Driscoll just tried to flick it backwards for one of her teammates, but flicked it too far and out of bounds. So 22-17. As it is Mackley White to serve here for Preston. Serves it to Cook in the deep middle. Outside, Gilbert. As she's able to tool the block and get the point. Just the fourth block today for Gilbert. Makes it 22-18 and a 4-point lead for Preston. As Presley Matthews is going to rotate back onto the floor. Driscoll will leave, and Matthews will go back and serve. 22-18. As the comes to Ware, and it'll be an ace for Matthews. That's her first, third of the match for the Panthers, and it's 22-19 here in the third. Who's going to win this pivotal third set? Matthews goes to Wakely. The set, back to Wakely. He goes into the block, and that's a point. As it falls, the block comes down on the Preston side to make it 22-20. Timeout, Preston. They lead by 2 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. 22-20. Back with more third set action after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
All right. Here we go. Back to the third set. Preston's lead has shrunk down to 2 as Presley Matthews will serve here again. Preston 3 points away from winning the set, but they got a lot of work to do as they only lead by 2. Serve comes to Wakely. The set outside Wakely. Blocked and out of bounds. Taylor able to tool the block to get the kill. 23-20. Whoever wins the third set, certainly in this situation, will be in the driver's seat. As here's Donaldson's serve. Popped up in the deep middle. They got to get this one back over, which Gilbert does. Free ball here for the Indians. The set outside. Wakely well off the line and hits it too long. Taylor had to take a step back and wait for it. And then she hit it long of the baseline. 23-21 on the side out. As Matthews serves again, that's out of bounds. So the service error gives Preston set point. 24-21. Sophie Hess to serve. As the crowd's starting to get a little rambunctious here as the set is going to come to Anderson, blocked and down as it's Macy Knapp with the block. and able to get the point. Look at it again as Preston wins set number 3. There's the block, and nobody able to play it there for the Panthers. So Preston will take set number 3, 25-21. We'll go to the fourth after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
Purchasing land or a new home is one of life's major milestones. It says you're committed to a better life, to building something worthwhile. Since 1905, Flying S has been land title protectors, ensuring you have clear ownership rights to your home and your land. By blending personalized hometown customer service with sophisticated, cutting-edge technology, we meet each customer's real estate transaction needs. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving customers for over 119 years. Flying S Title and Escrow, 28 West Oneida, Preston.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need. Quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
For 78 years, West Motor Company has stood by your family. While the generations have come and gone, our commitment to quality and service has never wavered. Our team is here to ensure you find the vehicle that keeps your loved ones safe on every journey. When trust matters most, choose West Motor Company, now proud to be part of the Mountain West Auto Group.
When you think of outdoor adventure, you might think of snow machines, four-wheelers, side-by-sides, motorcycles, or even cutting wood or taking care of the lawn. No matter what your definition of outdoor adventure is, always remember Ultimate Power Sports. We carry brand names like Polaris, Can-Am, Yamaha, Skidoo, Stihl, and Toro. Offering sales and service, your fun really does begin at Ultimate Power Sports. With multiple in-store financing options, we can help you have outdoor adventures right now. Stop in today, Ultimate Power Sports in Logan and Preston.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
KACH.
All right, Preston up 2-1 as we go here to the fourth. And for the Indians, they really need to win this set. You don't want to go to a fifth once again against Snake River, as the first serve is handled by Donaldson, but it's going to go out of bounds. And just as I say that, Preston gives up the first point here to Snake River as they lead 1-0. It's Anderson with the serve. She collects the ace and serves again. Back to Donaldson in deep middle. Madsen plays it forward. Dunn can't get it over. She hits it over the net. Two nothing. As Taylor Wakely makes the lap around the floor, trying to get everybody back in the game. Anderson's serve again comes to Wakely. Dug out, played to Madsen. They go short. White able to bump it over with one hand, but they give it back outside. This is Libby Gilbert. That's partially blocked and played by the Indians. Back outside. White goes too long down the line. 3-0 Snake River. Can't afford to fall behind. Anderson comes to Wakely, dug out by Madsen. Back to White, blocked and down. She tools the block and gets the point. It was Carly Dunn who got the point. Either way, Preston's on the board. 3-1 here in set number 4. White serves. They'll set on the opposite outside. Gilbert blocked. Stays alive on the Panthers side of the net. as they try to bounce it back over, and it goes out of bounds. Point to the Indians. 3-2. As once again, Mackley White will serve here for Preston. As her serve played by Gilbert deep in the back row and bumped back over, so it's a free ball for Preston. Madsen sets outside. Wakely blocked and down. Big block by Taylor as she's able to get the point. As Preston now even again at 3-3. Look at it as Taylor approaches the net and able to put it away. Back with you live again as Taylor now with 8 kills on the match. Set comes outside. Matthews just has to get it back on the floor to get it back in fair territory. That's going to be a violation against the Indians as they step over the center line. They charged the net just a little bit too quickly and did it a little out of control and step over the center line. It's 4-3. As it'll be Emma Cook now to come back and serve here for the Panthers after the side out. As Wakely plays the serve, returns it back to Hess, back over onto the Panthers side. As it'll be played back over, free ball for the Indians, played by Dunn. Outside, Wakely tried in midair to change and hit with her left hand and hit it into the net. 5-3. On the Flying S Thailand escrow scoreboard is the Cook again with the serve. Comes back to Hess. She goes short. Nice diving dig by Carter as they play it back over. As Preston again can't make the play. Hatch with a difficult running return. Didn't really get much on it to get it back on the floor. So 6-3 now on the Flying S Thailand escrow scoreboard as the Panthers lead here in the fourth. Fourth set brought to you by Papa J's. Wakely gets the point. Nice to have a hard hitter by Taylor Wakely on your side as she picks up her 9th kill. As the serve comes back over to the Indians, and it'll be Morgan Donaldson serving here. As the bump comes back to Gilbert, kept up by the Indians. Donaldson can't get it back over. It came to Donaldson for the third hit and tried to get it back over, but she hit it into the net. Fortunately, you have to charge her with a hitting error, but unfortunately, she didn't really deserve it. It's now 7-4. As we're going to get a new player onto the floor here for the Indians, wearing number 17. I'm not sure who that is. And she's not on the roster. I'm not sure who it is. She plays it over, though, as the outside set comes to Gilbert, dug out. Madsen with the dig outside, as once again it's Wakely with the kill, as the ball was touched going through a couple of times, and she gets the point. That's kill number 10 today for Taylor, and it's 7-5. As the Indians get back a little closer again. They lead 2-1 as we play here in the fourth. Serve comes in. That is played there. Back over onto the Preston side as they try to chase it down. Now it comes back up. The dig there by Carter. Flicked over. Back over onto the Preston side. Donaldson sets outside. Wakely again. And Taylor hits this one too far and way out of bounds. Makes it 8-5 as Snake River goes back up by 3 again. As the serve comes to Donaldson outside. Knapp gets it over. Played there by Grace Gilbert. They set it back to Gilbert. Blocked, and Gilbert again plays it back over for the point. Not pretty, but effective as Gilbert gets her 5th kill of the match. 9-5 Snake River on top on the Flying S Thailand escrow scoreboard. Serve to Donaldson. Set on the opposite. It comes back to Wakely. She goes short, dug out by Carter. Challenge for it at the net. And it's flicked up and out of bounds by Ava Morrell. Point for the Indians. Good challenge at the net that the Indians were able to win. So 9-6, however, Snake River still on top on the Flying S title and escrow scoreboard, as Taylor Wakely will now serve again here for Preston. As the serve by Taylor comes to Cook in the deep middle. Outside set as it's Gilbert able to get it down just in front of Wakely for the point. 10-6 on the Flying S title and escrow scoreboard as we play here in the fourth set. Set number 4 tonight brought to you by Papa J's. When you stop in for lunch, pick up some of their world-class smoked jerky, or you can order online at papajays.com. 10-6, the serve comes in from Cook. Played there, the Indians can't quite get it over as White hits it into the net. Makes it 11-6. You don't want the Panthers to get a big lead and then dig yourself a hole that you can't get out of. Serve again comes to Wakely. The set, not a good set. Played there by the Panthers back on the Indian side, however. As back on the outside, it's White as she flicks it with the offhand and gets the kill. So it's 11-7. Ellie Nelson will rotate off the floor again here for the Indians, as I believe that was Macy Knapp who came back onto the floor again. As the serve put up by Ware. Outside, Libby Knapp, too long, out of bounds. 11-8. This is where Preston needs to be able to put some points together. They trail by 3. Served by Ware. Mishandled in the back row. Can they get it back over? They do. Good coverage for their teammates as the set comes in the middle. Dunn off the block and down. Carly able to tool the block, gets the point, and it's now 11-9. Preston back to within 2 on the Flying S title and escrow scoreboard. As Ware will serve again. Off the top of the net, mishandled. Carter gets it into the net, point for the Indians. 11-10. Snake River sees this thing starting to slip away here a little bit, and now they want to take a timeout. They lead by 1, 11-10 over the Indians on the Flying S title and escrow scoreboard, as we'll again take a timeout here in set number 4 on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Back at you here from Bear Lake High School. Indians locked in a battle here in the fourth set, trailing by a point. As the outside set, Libby Gilbert blocked back onto the Bear Lake, the Snake River side, played again here by the Indians. As the set in the back row, Wakely dug out by Grace Gilbert. They give it right back to Preston again. As the set by on the outside, back outside to White. She'll go short, dug out. Gilbert able to hammer it back over again. The set again this time comes to Knapp, partially blocked at the net. Good defense by the Panthers as they get it back over again. Again, outside, White will try it again. As this time it's Matthews again with the block. Gilbert off the block. Preston can get it back over here as Wakely just tries to go soft and goes too soft into the net. She just tried to just barely bump it over and get it back over onto the Snake River side. And it didn't clear the net, and it's 12-10. Point goes to Snake River, and again, it'll be Tally Carter to serve here, as the serve into the back row will be an ace. (13-10). Preston trails by 3. They can come back and win this set. They'll win the match. Set on the opposite comes to Knapp, and that's off the block of Gilbert and out of bounds. So Macy Knapp gets her second kill of the match. Preston crawls back to within 2 again, as it's 13-10. So Preston back to within 2 on the side out. Avery Matson will serve here again. Good deep serve, flicked over. Ware keeps it alive, back onto the Indian side. Hess partially played at the net. Set on the opposite because it'll be played there by the Indians. Comes back to Hess again, not able to get it over. Preston defensively just looks a little helter-skelter, looking a little panicked. Running around to try to fill open spots that Snake River is able to find, as it's 14-11 as the Panthers will serve again. Comes to Dunn. That's off the block and a point for the Indians. As Carly Dunn able to tool the block and get the point. That's her 4th kill of the day. Get a look at it as the block comes all the way back over into the scorers table. 14-12, Preston again back to within 2. Outside, deep onto the floor, save there, comes back to Wakely, off the block, out of bounds, and Preston back to within 1 now as it's 14-13. On the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard. So White will serve for the tie. Midway through set number 4. The serve dug out. They had to do a little work to get it back over, as Carter does, as Preston able to play it. Outside, Wakely again. That'll be dug out by Matthews. They flick it back over, played again by the Indians. Outside set, Hess got the point. Partially blocked at the net. Driscoll got a hand on it, took all the energy out of the ball as it fell on the Snake River side, and Preston's even at 14 on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard. White will serve again. Now the Preston will try to get the lead back. They have not led at all in this 4th set. Set on the reverse, blocked. Can they get it back up? No. Gives the point to Anderson. Good block of the net by Preston, but both Brexton Ware sliding in, trying to make the get the up. Not quite able to. So Snake River goes back in front, 15-14 here in the 4th. Serve comes to Wakely, as once again Preston will step over the center line, and a point again for Snake River. It's 16-14. Cook serving again. Wakely with the dig. Outside, back to Taylor. Again off the block. Grace Gilbert is able to fill those spots, but Wakely hits it so well that she tools the block and gets the point. 16-15, Preston trails on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard as Morgan Donaldson back into serve again. And it's going to go just a little bit too long. About a half a ball too long on that back line. So it's a service error. And the serve again comes back over to the Panthers. (17-15). Matthews with the serve. Preston able to play it. Wakely bumps it over from deep. So a free ball here for the Panthers, as that's going to be played over. Again, just played back into the back row. Give it back to Wakely again, as it's partially blocked and kept in bounds. As it comes back to Gilbert, and that'll be a point. Might have been going long, but Donaldson reached out to try to play it and hit the ball, and it's 18-15. Serve comes in. Back to the Indians on the slide as Nelson, her attack is dug out. Back over onto the Preston side once again. The set by Madsen comes back to Wakely as that's up into the ceiling, and that'll be a touch and a play and a win for the Indians, or are they going to say play over? A ball got caught up in the ceiling and bounced around several times before it came back down. If you're going to call the flag roller out, you have to call the ball up and out of bounds up into the ceiling rafters where the ball doesn't come down, you would think. As the two officials talking about it. And you just get this gut feeling they're going to call it a redo, as now they're going to call in the line officials into the conversation. Back over at the ladder. And as they talk things over, we can remind you of today's game brought to you by Rocky Mountain Power, WattSmartHomes.com. Remember, the WattSmart Homes program provides rebates to residential customers for energy efficiency upgrades made around the home. Find out how they can apply to you at WattSmartHomes.com. So they're going to come over and talk now with the Snake River bench. And it'll be a point for the Indians. 18-16 on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard. Preston gets the point. Back to within 2. Here in set number 4, brought to you by Papa J's. So after the conversation and the side out, Preston has the serve, and it's going to be an ace. (18-17). Again, Preston can try to get even. The next serve. Dug out. Outside set. Gilbert mistimed her jump, so just had to bump it over. Free ball for the Indians in the middle. Nelson hits it into the net. Tough play for Ellie. 19-17. Here's Matthews now to serve for the Panthers. And that's going to go too long. 19-18. Preston back to within 1 again on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard. So here's Wakely to serve now. As Taylor, deep middle, played by Cook. Set on the outside. They just have to bump it over, so another free ball for the Indians. As in the middle, Nelson. She finds the deep right corner and in. We're tied at 19. Heck of a play by Ellie. She records her 4th kill of the match. And Wakely will serve again. Again, deep middle, played there by Cook. Set on the outside, Anderson blocked. Misplayed on the dig and out of bounds. Point for the Indians. So Preston has a lead now at 20-19. If they can wiggle this thing out somehow and win set 4, they'll win the match. And the serve by Wakely, dug out. On the opposite, the set. That's dug out by the Indians. Comes back again, Wakely from deep will play it. As it comes back up near the net, and let's see, we got point for Preston. Again, the Panthers stick a foot over the line and they get a point. Preston leads by 2. It's 21-19 on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard. And Snake River says, hold on a minute, we need a timeout. So a timeout on the floor as we'll continue on here in the 4th set on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
Let me tell you about the perfect snack. For decades, Papa J's has been making old-fashioned jerky. The meat is hand-trimmed, sliced, and seasoned. Every tender, flavorful stick is individually sealed to hold that famous Papa J's flavor and freshness. With different flavors, Papa J's jerky is perfect for your food storage, perfect for your lunch, perfect for travel snacks, perfect for a horseback ride, and perfect for a gift. Papa J's Gourmet Beef Jerky. Order online today at papaj's.com. That's papaj's.com.
All right. Taylor Wakely's serve continues, 21-19. Preston up by 2. They win this set, they'll win the match and move into the winner's bracket and be off now until Tuesday. As the serve played by Carter. The set there, played back over as it's got played over by Gilbert. Play again comes to Wakely. The set was way too far in front of her as she tried to run up the best she could to play it, but her play goes into the net, and it's 21-20. Wasn't really Taylor's fault. It just wasn't a good set. Grace Gilbert to serve. Wakely, tough return. The Indians get it back on the floor as Donaldson plays it over. They'll set it on the attack side as that is Libby Gilbert. Hits it too long. 22-20. Preston goes back up by 2 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. As once again, it'll be Braxton Ware coming in to serve here for Preston. And the serve by Ware. Played by Gilbert. Set at the net. They just have to play it over, so free ball here for the Indians. Outside set. White. It's going to go too long and out of bounds. 22-21. Mackley hitting that one just a little bit too deep. As once again, Tally Carter will now serve again here for the Panthers. Preston still leads by a point. As the set comes to White, dug out there by Carter. As they'll set it well off the net, so they just have to bump it over, and then again, the Indians' little miscommunication, and we're tied at 22. Player standing in front of Wakely was there to make the play, and then at the last second ran away from the ball. And Taylor couldn't make the play. You could see her bite her lip severely to keep from saying something. As it's 22-all. As the serve comes into Wakely, up into the rafters. As the play comes back over, White has to play it, and that's going to be wide of the antenna as out of bounds. And Snake River has the lead again at 23-22. We're in danger of going to a fifth set again against Snake River. 23-22 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. The serve comes to Wakely. The set in the middle, done. Block, put down. She tools the block and gets the point. That's her 5th kill, and we're tied at 23. Hess comes back onto the floor. It'll be Avery Madsen to serve after the side out. Tied at 23. Madsen, her serve dug out by Carter. Played back up into the rafters again. Grace Gilbert gets it back over. Free ball again for the Indians. Outside set. Hess comes back over. Dunn at the net. Puts it away. Match point for the Indians. 24-23. You want to avoid a 5th set? Win this point. You don't have to go any farther. Here's the serve by Madsen. Played in the front row as the set by Matthews comes back over to the Indians. Outside, White goes soft off the block and down, and Preston wins it 25-23, and they'll win the match 3-1. So the Indians able to win it, much to the delight of the folks who made the drive up here to Bear Lake today, as Preston wins it 25-23 here in set number 4 and they will be off now until Tuesday. And we'll tell you more about that coming up. We invite you to stay tuned. The Ralph's Construction postgame show is on the way next here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Tonight's game was brought to you by Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. Rocky Mountain Power, WattSmartHomes.com, offering rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. Ready Support Services, we are ready. West Motor Company, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Franklin County Medical Center, for the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Stokes Market True Value, with the finest meat and produce in Preston. S&T Electric, it's what we do. Flying S Escrow and Title, land title protectors since 1905. Ultimate Power Sports, get ready for your next outdoor adventure at Ultimate Power Sports in Preston. Elisa Benson of North Realty, Idaho and North Realty, Utah. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. Cache Valley Bank, serving Utah and southern Idaho with 21 locations. Yardmaster, keeping lawns healthy throughout the Cache Valley. Puppy Steps Training, northern Utah and southern Idaho's premier board and training facility since 2011. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, your local agents right here in Preston. Canyon Creek Dental, with 2 area locations to serve you. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in downtown Preston where you will be treated like a friend. Papa J's, making world-class jerky locally right here in Clifton. Ralph's Construction, building custom homes throughout the region. Now stay tuned, the Ralph's Construction postgame show is coming right up. If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
100% guarantee is a good thing, and that's what you get when you hire the professionals at Yardmaster Services. We help you get the yard of your dream with custom fertilization for grass, trees, and shrubs, spraying for weeds, and lawn aeration. We also help keep your sprinkler system in top shape with turn-on and turn-off services, including winterization and small repairs. We even eliminate the bugs in the lawn and around the house. Yardmaster, serving commercial and residential customers. Call Yardmaster Services today for a free quote.
One of the things that makes Northern Title unique is the fact that we serve clients in 3 states, Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. Each state has different rules and regulations, and our experienced staff understands each unique rule, so we can facilitate closings in all 3 states. If you're buying a home in Star Valley and you want to close in Preston, it's no problem. The company logo is Good Deeds Done Daily. We are preparing Good Deeds daily, but it's more than that. We really are trying to serve the community in a good way. Northern Title, Good Deeds Done Daily. Visit us today.
Go Preston!
Friday night, the Preston Indian football team return home and will face conference foe, the Pocatello Thunder. As in every year, the Indians need a big performance to help them in their
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
It's time for the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap the just completed game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at what's ahead for the Preston teams. The postgame show is brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building quality designer homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. For more information, call 435-232-1837.
And what a match for the Indians as they come back after winning the first set. They lose the second, come back, win the third, and then win the fourth in nail-biting fashion as they win the match here against Snake River 3-1, and Preston now will move into the winner's bracket, and they will have the rest of the day off, and they will not play now again until Tuesday afternoon. We'll tell you more about that coming up in just a couple of minutes as we welcome you here to the Rouse Construction postgame show, building fine custom homes throughout the area. Call for more information at 435-232-1837. So Preston came out quick, hard, strong. They won the first set 25-14. However, Snake River able to rebound from that and win the second set by almost the same score, 25-16. Preston then wins a bit of a nail-biter in the third set, 25-21. And if you thought set number 3 was close, set number 4 was even closer as Preston wins the fourth and the match, 25-23 on great plays all around, good team play, and a good work from Victoria Presley, the freshman who was brought up to the varsity squad for the tournament and the postseason, as she made some outstanding plays in the fourth set in reserve for the Indians to really help them on their way to the win. So Preston wins it 3-1. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back and look at some of the numbers as the stat sheet check is next as we continue here on the Rouse Construction postgame show on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
In today's world, you need a bank that moves as fast as you move. A bank where personal relationships are still the norm and where your life, your business, and your needs come first. That's what you'll find at Cache Valley Bank. With locations in southern Idaho and throughout Utah, Cache Valley Bank offers you the personalized service of a hometown bank with the resources and capacities of a large bank. Visit Cache Valley Bank today. Let us help you build the financial network you need. Cache Valley Bank, member FDIC.
Purchasing land or a new home is one of life's major milestones. It says you're committed to a better life, to building something worthwhile. Since 1905, Flying S has been land title protectors, ensuring you have clear ownership rights to your home and your land. By blending personalized hometown customer service with sophisticated, cutting-edge technology, we meet each customer's real estate transaction needs. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving customers for over 119 years. Flying S Title and Escrow, 28 West Oneida, Preston.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
Welcome back here to the postgame show. Time to take a look at the stat sheet. And our stat sheet tonight brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Remember, don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency at 208-852-2364 or stop in and see them at 33 South 1st East in Preston. Well, for the Indians today, they get 4 saves, kills from Ellie Nelson. Carly Dunn had 5, one of her better matches of the year. Sophie Hess also with 5. Mackley White had 4 and 10 for Taylor Wakely. And Macy Knapp also chipped in with a couple as well. Preston not as active at the net as they have been in the past against the Panthers, but they pick up a total of 6 blocks in the match, and 6 kills overall in the match today as well. Leading player today for the Panthers, again, it's always the big girl in the middle, Grace Gilbert. She finished with 7 kills tonight. That's well off of what she normally had done against the Indians in the first 2 matches on the year, but she had led them in kills with a total of 7 overall on the match. So Preston wins it 3-1. We'll come back and tell you what's up next for the Indians. We'll do that as we continue on the Rouse Construction postgame show on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
Everyone wants a smile they can be proud of. A healthy smile can make your day brighter. At Canyon Creek Dental, Doctors Justin Carter, Thomas Hull, Heath Bateman, and Corby Dixon see patients of all ages and provide a full line of dental services, including fillings, wellness checks, braces, wisdom teeth, oral surgery, and cosmetic dentistry. Call us today to schedule an appointment in our Preston or Grace office. Canyon Creek Dental. We're here to give you a smile you can be proud of.
One of the things that makes Northern Title unique is the fact that we serve clients in 3 states, Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. Each state has different rules and regulations, and our experienced staff understands each unique rule, so we can facilitate closings in all 3 states. If you're buying a home in Star Valley and you want to close in Preston, it's no problem. The company logo is Good Deeds Done Daily. We are preparing Good Deeds Daily, but it's more than that. We really are trying to serve the community in a good way. Northern Title, Good Deeds Done Daily. Visit us today.
Go Preston!
All right, welcome back here as we wrap things up from here at Bear Lake for today. As the Indians win their match here today against Snake River, they beat the Panthers for the first time this year, winning by a count of 3-1 here today. So the Indians move on as their next match is set for let's see, that'd be match 5. That'll be 4 o'clock on Tuesday afternoon. And we'll have that for you. We'll have the pregame show coming up about 3:30 on Tuesday as they'll get to play here again. Now, the way the bracket shakes out, it's American Falls and Marsh Valley taking to the floor now, as the winner of that match would then take on Bear Lake coming up a little bit later on this evening. It's the winner of that Bear Lake match. The Indians will know who they will be playing. So it's quite likely that the Indians will be matching up with Bear Lake again coming up on Tuesday afternoon. So it's just have to wait and see exactly what happens as Marsh Valley and American Falls are getting together now, and the winner of that match will play Bear Lake, and then Preston gets the winner of that match coming up on Tuesday. So we know Preston will be here. Who will they play? That remains to be seen, as it'll be decided over the rest of the evening here at Bear Lake. But one thing's for sure, the Preston Indians don't have to worry about it. They get to go home and read about it on the website or in the funny papers, if you will, and know who they'll play coming up on Tuesday. So that wraps up our coverage from here at the district volleyball tournament here for today. The executive producer of KACH Radio Sports is Val Cook. Our associate producer is Jace Andrews. Special thanks to John Beverly back in the studio today, as our studio coordinator and our stage manager here at Bear Lake has been Don Hubbard. I'm Dan Hubbard. Thank you for joining us here today, and we'll talk to you again coming up on Tuesday as the Indians once again will take the floor coming up Tuesday afternoon. Until then, from here at Bear Lake, enjoy the rest of your Saturday and your weekend, everybody.
Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.